each contract I've got the details. Say for example, in the LMC kada, I'll have in field called what is SLMC, which indicates the value, a no na yes on. What is made in the contract. This SLMC value should match to the offer element of this particular based on the category and type. The respect LMC value emundi? No. So this will have the value from the contract. This will have the value from the offer book. And this offer element. If both these are matching, then I'll say what? Compliance. Yes, and otherwise, no. Okay. For one contract, I can have multiple offer elements. For each offer element, I'm going to make an entry into my target DS. And counter, I'm just going to put 111 constant for every record. And what is this here? Product category, what I've derived from what? Product master. Customer type, what I've derived from customer type. Logic ante for each incoming contract, I pick up first the customer and the product, get the relevant customer type and get the product type. Based on customer type and product type, I get the offer elements. Then for each of this contract, I find out what is my contract value of the offer and what is offer book value. If both are matching, then I would say compliance says yes, otherwise no. Is not required. Okay. Now try to understand. So this is about I'm doing lookup. ABAP lookup until first you read data from the attribute table of customer. You put that into some internal table. Then while looping the source package, you'll say read the P table of customer and see. This is the same concept, contract, offer book, and record mode. All this, I've implemented that with ABAP here. See what I've done. First, I've read all the relevant data from which table? In attribute table of customer, and I've put that into some what? Internal table IT customer. Same thing, I've read the relevant data from product table, then I put what? IT underscore product, then I've set select star from what? Offer book element DS and I've put into another internal table. Then I'm just checking so and so. I'm just looping through what? Loop through source package, assigning what? Source fields, and for each record, I'm just reading what? Which table? IT customer, getting what? The record into work customer work area. Same thing, reading from product. Then I'm reading this offer book element where my product category matches to the work area of the category and work area of customer to work area. And the first customer data, product data read this, then someone's offer book element read this. I'm just matching. If LTFL, I'm just if both these are matching, I'm putting the result and then I'm putting yes or no on. But I've written an expert routine like this. Same like real time with the example, but only thing is elements were around 24 or 25. I just took 6 here. Okay, boss. But if I start implementing that logic here, am I involving ABAP, which is at the application layer? So if I write my ABAP and execute my transformations, the transformations are not executed into HANA engine, so it is executed with the application server. So the performance will be different. If the performance is fine, you don't, even if you write ABAP, if the performance is fine, you don't really bother on it. You have implemented with ABAP and there's really a problem in the transformations, it is really taking a lot of time, and then those type of transformations will focus on converting it to scripting. So in ABAP, my performance was really bad explicitly on the transformations. Extracting from the source DSO, updating to DSO is all fine, but a major problem was on the transformations. So due to which my data load was getting slow, Nikadichna requirement. ఇలా ఇచ్చి అట్లా అబాప్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంది, దీనివల్ల ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ స్లో అయిందంటే అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తావు, యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద అబాప్. Based on the above, you will replace that logic with what? Scripting, and push and implement HANA expert routine with expert script routine, which will push the logic into HANA engine. That's one concept. Okay, Nana? That's scenarios. Okay. Cells edit, routines, and say what? SAP HANA expert script create. Again, it creates it creates a class with a method. Okay, Nana? And again, you have in tab, out tab. In tab has got all the elements, LMC, LTFL of a contract. Even one match sales. What is the class? UEE. అది రిఫ్రెష్ కాలేదు. UEE, this is my class. I've got a method and I've got in tab and out tab. And here you start writing a scripting. More above the lookup address, but if it is scripting, if I need to get data from some other table, it's about joining. What I'll do, I join the in tab will have all the contract data. I'll join this in tab to attribute table of customer and get customer type. Then the same table I'll join to product master table and get what? Product type. And based on this product type and customer type, I'll join to what? Offer book element and get those. Then logic in the select, I'll start doing the checking. So it's very simple of doing lookup. Look at this. See what I've done. I said the target, but I want first contract, offer element, record mode. Dane sequence. I select contract, offer book element, record mode, contract value, val, and then compliance, yes or no, na, one. I've just put all those stuff. Yeah. Okay, boss. What I've done is basically I'm trying to read from which table? Attribute customer table and as what? T1, and joining it to what? In tab, which is temporary table, as what? T2, and I'm joining it on which column? Customer column. And object version, because for master data object version I want to refer only with A. And what is the result of this? Again, I'm joining inner joining with what again? Product. Joining on what? Product. Again, I'm saying write out result because I would like to get all these multiple rows. I'll say write out join with this table and join on what? Customer type and what? Product category. I'm referring to customer type of which table? T1. T1 is what? Customer master. Product category from T3. What is T3? Product table. And then I'm just go order by sorting it. And then I'm selecting contract number from T2. What is my T2? In tab from the source. I'm selecting offer book element from T4. What is my T4? Offer book element DSO. And this is N, okay. And the contract value, I'm just taking it as some constant value. At I'm just taking product category. Product category, I'm taking it from which table? Product table. T1 and customer type from which table? Custom. But I see some lookup. Lookup is all about joining those tables and getting the columns. What do you want? Errors /base/ps customer is unknown, must be declared in the method statement. Local name must, if it is local, it must start with colon. ఏమంటుందంటే ఈ టేబుల్ పేరు నాకు తెలియదు, లోకల్ టేబుల్ అయితే కోలన్ ఉండేది, దీనికి కోలన్ లేదు, మరి టేబుల్ డిక్లేర్ కూడా చేయలేదు అంట. So when you are doing some lookups to some different tables, those tables must be declared. Ikkada the top of the method statement, you declare I think using antam. Use a keyword using and declare that. Hmm. Using, apart from read only, say using all, list out all the tables for which you are doing lookup bus. Table 1, table 2 and table 3. You put it now, you see that error. You start writing lookups, you start writing joins, but all the database tables what you're doing lookup must be declared at the top saying using ani a table pair. Okay. At the top of the method, what you're writing, say method declaration. Normally it is read only that you should extend it saying using the tables, table 1, table 2, comma em leda, just put the tables out with space and activate. So my method is class is activated now. You see that code? Yes. And it's activate. Intention offer good main lookup to customer type and product type category. Do I see this contract splitting for every offer element? Many this is split. This is the value from your offer book, counter, product category, customer type. Lookup to filling. Like this, you can end up writing your complex scripting for transformations also. Because in a project where they do with the HANA migration, let's say I've got BW running on relational database and you migrate it to HANA bus. Migration work, fine. They have budget, but after that, I'll start writing almost every transformation would have some other routine. Then what you do, you start writing script, expert script routine for every transformation. Or నాకు budget లేదప్ప నువ్వు రాస్తావు సరే నాకు budget లేదని. Most of the customers are migrating it to HANA, but still they don't have budgets to spend on optimizing the BW system on HANA. Migration తర్వాత ఏమేమి చేసుకోవచ్చు అని. సో కానీ ఏం చేస్తారంటే కొన్ని పెయిన్ ఏరియాస్ ఉంటే దే వుడ్ హ్యావ్ బడ్జెట్. అంటే ఆఫ్టర్ మైగ్రేటింగ్ ఇట్ HANA, converting those ABAP routines to scripting script routines, they may not have budget for everything. But after migration, if they see that there is really problem with some of the data loads, which is really taking lot of time on, because there was a load which is running for 1 hour. That was the major problem why I went for HANA. HANA కెళ్ళినా కూడా ABAP routine ద్వారా ఇంకా ఇంప్రూవ్ కాలేదనుకో. So that transformation should be the point of focus for you to work on it. No ala analo. Okay, if not everything, at least the problem areas will focus to convert it to script routines. Clear? Yeah. Next, there is something called HANA analysis process. Next topic. See, there's something called HANA, SAP HANA analysis process on a topic. This is more of like an more or less similar to your APD. You have APD bus, analysis process design is almost. With APD, you'll have what? Source, target, and you do transformation, where the transformation can be done with complex API, you can do with what? ABAP. With concept ultimately when you have BW running on HANA, as much as possible you would like to put the pressure on to what? HANA. Right? So even for the scenarios of EAPD, he wanted to give you an option of writing scripting, where you can, even for data mining, you can push the logic deep into HANA database. That's one concept. So even in analysis process, you'll have source, you'll have target. In between, you can write transformations with scripting. That's the concept. Okay, now look at this. I just choose something. Right click and see you'll say what? Create SAP HANA analysis process. Three source, target transformation, analysis and transformations. Where the transformation can be either with some scripting or with the procedure. Procedure is nothing but ABAP managed database procedures. And nothing but it is going to be a ABAP class, but ultimately it will be having what? Scripting into it. Source, and it could be any info provider, it could be having analytical index, composite provider, any of this, and I can also use query snapshot. What is this? Query as info provider. So in case of non-cumulative key figures, you want to further process it. And let's say I have a non-cumulative cube, I would like to do further level of transformations. I cannot connect that cube because non-cumulative keywords are not stored inside the cube. Then what I can do, I can create a BEX query, and BEX query will give me the results of the non-cumulative key figures, and those have to be further transformed. What I can do, you create a BEX query which gives you the values of non-cumulative key figures and set that query as info provider. And can I start using that as a source here? గుర్తుందండి ఇది Q7 import query and bit out. I can use that as source, or I can use what? A database table or any another analysis process also. You got to bet on something, yeah. I can go with some function, ready-made functions. I can use some ready-made functions. What is ABC analysis, K means, and I can use the ready-made functions. Or if you want to write custom logic, I can say procedure. What else? You would procedure another two options. Do you want to write a procedure with catalog object in ABAP 1? అంటే ABAP 1 లో ఏదైనా ప్రొసీజర్ రాసావా? ఈ నేమ్ తో ప్రొసీజర్ ఏమైనా రాసావా? HANA ప్రొసీజర్. They can write a procedure and start, and ఈ SAP ABAP 1 స్కీమాలో ప్రొసీజర్ స్పెసిఫై చేస్తావు. You can use this procedures here. అట్లా కాకుండా generate, saying you just give some name, Z test అట్లేదని ఇచ్చినాం అనుకో. You just give some name. So with this, what are the logic you specify? It is going to create a procedure in which schema bus? ABAP. That is about writing procedure directly in HANA database. అట్లా కాకపోతే I can say generate ABAP managed database procedure అని అనుకోవచ్చు. Then what? It is going to create a class where the method is declared as HTTP procedure and start. You can write scripting into that. Either ways you can do. నేను ఇలా అంట generate procedure అంటాను. Just give ZQ7 procedure అని అంటాను. So okay. And target. Generally, target could be analytical index, which is your transient provider, or I can go with what? Classical DSO. But what DSO will it accept? Generally, APD will accept what type of DSO? Direct of DSO. Even here, only direct of DSO can be accepted as a target. So this doesn't only direct of DSO lo చూపిస్తుంది. Okay. And database table, or I can embed this to a DTP, and this logic can be executed as a source as a DTP. Okay. I just want to create some DSO. What type of DSO is this? Director, some key field and some. Okay, boss. Let me create analysis process. Say create new. So I want to use this provider as my source, which is normal DSO. I can show you that. This is a normal DSO, which is got contract number, offer element, and it's got some structure here. And my target is going to be a director bid DSO. This is the one which we created. Okay. If you go to data source, you can targeted. You can see these are my target. Compliance, contract, almost same structure. Contract number, contract value, offer the same ఉంది. And like చిన్న transformation. So I want to go with the procedure, okay, as a transformation, and I would like to generate this procedure with some naming ZQ7 test transform. This is my name of the procedure which I want to create, and this procedure gets created in which schema? ABAP one. Data source like now here you can first in the data source tab you should choose what columns. Your data source object can have a lot of fields. What fields you want to use? I want to use compliance, contract. Then I want counter value and use all. In the target I have this fields. This is mapping. Madhula procedure definition. Here you can start writing your scripting. Okay. Our tab. Then కిందకి వెళ్తే లేదా చూడు ఫ్రమ్ ఇంటి అంత రాజేసినాడు ఇక్కడ ఏం కావాలో ఆడ మార్చుకోండి లాజిక్ అంతే. So I'm just doing a simple one. So I'm just taking compliance as it is. అన్ని సేమే ఈ ఎస్ వాల్యూ దానికి మాత్రం I'm putting a constant as what ఎన్ఏ నువ్వు కావాలంటే ఏ లాజిక్ అని రాసుకో. ఓకే and target is all fine. So replace existing data with new data every time it drops and reloads. Okay, like this. Now it's been activated. If this has been activated now in ABAP one schema, should I have a procedure saying ZQBix? Then was ZQ700 and this was a procedure name. If you get in, either NA as value, ZQ7002 was your HANA analysis process name, procedure created. You just have to You just have to execute this. It just reads data from this IPS. Same thing, you can put that into what? Hmm? Process chain. Just put value as what? NA. You can write any kind of scripting you want. ఓకే బస్ మన ఏపీడీలో స్క్రిప్టింగ్ లేదు, దీంట్లో స్క్రిప్టింగ్ ఉంటుంది. సో అంటే స్క్రిప్టింగ్ రాయడం వల్ల బెనిఫిట్ ఏంది? నాకు స్క్రిప్టింగ్ వచ్చాను కాదు, ఏంది వీఆర్ పుషింగ్ డౌన్ ద ప్రెజర్ టు HANA డేటాబేస్. అది కాన్సెప్ట్. ఎంత వీలైతే అంత పుష్ చేసి మన వీ గెట్ ద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ బెనిఫిట్స్. ఓకే బస్, we'll go for a break and come, and then we'll start discussing on HANA migration. So let's say you got BW running on relational database. How do we migrate it to HANA data? What is it you do as a pre, post, and that? నాకు ఎంత తెలిసి అంత చెప్తా. ఓకే మ్యాక్స్. ఓకే, we'll discuss on. We'll go for a break now.